super welterweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome on my right, occupying the red corners, we look through the dark and see Mario Blegas assisting Pat Christophe from the West Side Gymnasium. Recently, he was in the United States and in Europe, enhancing his skills. Tonight's coming 69.3 kilograms from Ormond, next to Caulfield in Melbourne's southeastern region. Wearing Muay trunks of white, gold with a touch of red. Would you welcome the babyface assassin, Nick Krekellis. He brings in a 7 ring of 16 cuts, 11 wins. And across the ring, occupying the blue corner, part of the fast-rising Noble Park, Kelly and Rocky Safe Consortium. He is an AAB Alabama Boxing League national champion. In kickboxing, he has won dual Victorian light middleweight championships, standing 68.45 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome Slick Eddie Delic. Wearing black trunks with a touch of white. Your judges at ringside are Chris Anderson, Matthew Fine, and Bruce Steens. Ray Witter steps up for the first time tonight in this 4-round match fights. The Super Welterweight Division, sponsored by Lygon Lodge. Ray, it's all yours.
Coaches both at the back and both at the wall, you understand? Coach takes it up at all times. That's not the start first minute.
Thank you, Pat. We'll come across their table.
Fight number 3 is Nick Krekellis up against fast Eddie Delic. Eddie Delic out of the blue corner. Krekellis, the baby-faced assassin, out of the red corner. Your third man in centering, Graham Waddell, gets us underway. This one should be a cracker. Krekellis comes out firing the left hand. Look out for the swift movement of fast Eddie Delic. The master of the nimble footwork. Fires through a nice straight right hand.
Eddie Delic, Michael, always a hard target for his opponents to find. And that's purely because, as you said, his footwork is so swift. And he's changing all sorts of direction and angles. So it makes the job of his opponents increasingly harder. And that's what Nick Krekellis is really going to have to try and work out here tonight. He's going to have to try and cut Eddie off and find an opening, which is, of course, easier said than done.
Eddie Delic, expect some good hand combinations from him. Of course, an amateur boxing champion, Eddie Delic. Just flicks out that probing left hand. Krekellis comes over the top of the left hand of his own, then digs down to the body with the right. Not so many kicks in it so far from both men. There's a nice low kick to the lead leg by Krekellis. Flicks up the high kick off the right. Clubbing overhand right there by Eddie Delic. Fires out the front kick to the face off the left. Looks like he might have tried to wind up a high round kick or an axe kick there, Mark, off the right.
Delic trying for the axe kick, I think, but Krekellis just picking it early.
Beautiful inside leg kick. He caught that one sweetly to the inside right thigh of Nick Krekellis. Krekellis fires back one of his own to the outside left thigh. Good even fight so far, Mark.
Well, Krekellis, of course, switches from orthodox to southpaw, which will make Delic's job a lot harder as well. But at the moment, both boys mixing it up well. Krekellis seems to have found a new lease on his fighting life since he started training with Pat Christophe. He's giving it a real shake.
Lygon Lodge. Our lovely ladies, welcome the 3 Jaded, J-A-Y-D-O-N, and Audrey, A-U-D-R-E-Y, Audrey and Jaded.
Let's roll into the second round of action. Fast Eddie Delic right of screen. The baby-faced assassin Nick Krekellis left of screen. Your third man is entering, Graham Waddell. Good even round the first one. High left round kick there by Delic. Didn't quite find the mark.
Nice leg kick from Krekellis.
Big thumping left hand in the corner by Krekellis. Delic came back with a leg kick of his own. Goes for that inside right thigh. Krekellis had switched to southpaw momentarily, now switches back to orthodox stance. Delic just hunts after the lead leg. Another big inside leg kick there from Eddie Delic. Up the rear leg, that one.
Very quick on his feet, Eddie Delic, and he's got great anticipation, picking up everything that Krekellis is doing early.
Krekellis has him backed into the corner, didn't quite capitalise on the situation.
What Krekellis has to do against the fighter like Delic is, of course, not hesitate, because that hesitation, even a split second, will always give Delic an inclination as to what's coming. So Krekellis really has to load up and just go for it, and not give Krekellis the opportunity. Not give Delic the opportunity to see what's coming.
Inside leg kick there by Delic. Now hunts after Nick Krekellis over in the corner. Krekellis not intimidated by the footwork of Eddie Delic. Swings a wild leg kick. Delic just gets out of the way of trouble. Long probing left hand there by Nick Krekellis. Delic just sitting in the corner and waiting for him. Launches the high right round kick. Then goes downstairs to that outside left thigh. There's the end of the second round of action, Mark.
Well, a very even round, that one. Krekellis getting some good shots in. His anticipation is also improving. I feel Krekellis has probably been doing a little bit of work with the likes of Tony Antoniou, and that will be giving him a bit of an inclination as to those high kicks and flashy kicks that Delic can throw. So he's probably picking them up a little earlier due to the sparring, the extra sparring he's been having with Tony Antoniou down there at the West Side Gym.
Seconds out, round 3.
Graham Waddell gets us underway in the third round of action. Good even fight so far. The very awkward fighting style of Eddie Delic. Krekellis goes to that outside left thigh. Catches him there with a nice left hand. Delic just forcing him into the corner. Krekellis ties him up. Delic moves him to the left. Krekellis now trying to get the leg kick to the outside left thigh. Didn't quite find the mark. Fires him the big straight right. There's the high left round kick from Eddie Delic. He caught him sweetly. Best kick of the fight so far there from Delic, Mark.
Well, Delic will score well in that flurry. Caught Krekellis with a couple of tidy knocks there.
Delic another high left round kick to the head. Starting to rake up the points in the kicking department. They started all hands earlier on. Nice inside leg kick by Delic. He's got Krekellis on the back foot at the moment.
Tell you what, Michael, though, Krekellis is a changed fighter from what we've seen in his last couple of outings. He's really giving this fight a red-hot shaking up and taking it up to Eddie Delic. Fast Eddie, though, never an easy opponent for anyone that he matches up against.
Nick Krekellis looking very composed here tonight. There's the end of the round, round number 3. How do you see that one, Hammer?
Well, it's pretty even, but I think Delic just might have his nose slightly ahead. He's just put a few tidy knocks onto Krekellis, and that will give him a good little addition on the judges' scorecard there.
Junior middleweight champion of the world, WBC champion when he stops Krekellis Hurtado of Cuba in the 5th round. Dr. Chen Jenkins stopped the battle. In round 5, Costa Zoo, now the interim WBC junior middleweight champion. Final round. Seconds out, fourth and final.
Both men touch gloves for the 4th and final round of this captivating contest. Eddie Delic up against Nick Krekellis. Delic just winding up the high right leg X kick yet again. Backs Krekellis against the ropes. The fight really for the taking for both men right here. If one of them can rip out a powerhouse of a round, they could take it on the judges' scorecard. Nice left ground kick there by Delic. Now Krekellis trades some leather. A good flurry there against the ropes, really ignited the capacity crowd here at the Empire. Inside leg kick, high left down kick there by Delic. Found the target to the upper ribs of Nick Krekellis. Well, the crowd really rallying behind these two men. Both still full of a lot of energy here in the fourth and final round. Krekellis the outside leg kick. Delic switching stances. Nice outside leg kick again there by Nick Krekellis.
Well, Krekellis just a little tentative in when he's throwing his technique. I think for fear of missing and letting Delic take the advantage. But he's really got to let it go with a little bit more power if he's going to hurt Delic, because at this stage, because he's pulling his technique short, it's not really troubling Delic enough or stifling his movement. So Krekellis really needs to power up a little bit more and get it back. This fight going down to the wire here, and I feel that Krekellis is really going to have to pull something out, because Delic is slowly starting to edge ahead on the judges' scorecards.
Fourth and final round of action. Krekellis goes downstairs. There it is, the end of the round, the end of the bout. Mark the Hammer, this one's gone down to the judges. How have you judged it?
Well, it's going to be a close one. And Krekellis putting up a brave battle here tonight against fast Eddie Delic. But I'd have to say Eddie Delic probably, especially the third round, he really piled up the points there in the third round. And second and third round, Krekellis coming back a little in the last. But overall, a good close matchup with possibly Eddie Delic just edging out Nick Krekellis.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a split decision. We go to the scorecards. Majority winner from the blue corner is Eddie Delic. Eddie Delic from the Ellis Brothers. Even Eddie. Rowena, on behalf of Lionel Lodge, give that to Eddie Delic. Congratulations. Give him a kiss on the cheek, Rowena. Okay. Don't go away, Rowena. One pack for Nick and one pack for Eddie. Eddie and Dean Delic. Big D's. Nick come across. Nick is pretty unhappy.